Hi, this is Vasily, and you are watching Organic Titles animation tutorial. And as a reference for this tutorial, I will use titles from my recent video. Before start with Cinema, you would require to download my two free plugins. One is OrganicEffector and second is a MoTracer plugin. Just drop them in the plugin section. Okay, inside our Cinema we need to create a text line. It would be a guide for our titles. Let me write organic here. And as a default settings I have a dosis font and a line in the middle. Okay, go to the front view and using the pen tool you need to draw the splines what will go inside of that characters. Okay guys, I'm mostly done with the shape and let me arrange it a bit. And our text line would be a blue colored object. It's like a guide, but actually this would be a guide, or I will name this as a source. Okay. Now I need to create a matrix object, change mode to object and drop my source spline here. I need to distribute everything as a step. Let me enter 1 centimeter step. And now I just need to drop OrganicEffector and disable this. I need to create a selection tag. Need to enable fields, remove freeze, and add a simple formula. This would be u equals 0. What it do? All my splines now we're having this MoGraph clone selection here in the beginning of a path. Now maybe I need to adjust my splines, go to a point mode, okay, sort of this. I just remember where my points are standing, so it's not a complex operation for me. Okay, now I'm even more happier than in the beginning, but I have to show something. Here my O shape, it's a closed shape, but I draw unclosed spline. That is required for me. So if you will encounter the same character, you just need to remove all the loops. It has to be as much as close as possible, but it has to be unclosed. Okay, let's back to matrix object. Inside of my organic effector, I will put reset by MoGraph selection field here, disable this checkbox, and in fall off tab I will drop my solid effector, and oh yeah, everything's animated currently, but maybe not a proper direction. Yeah, now direction would be proper, and in value of 100 we have fully rolled our clones, and with value of 0 the shape is unrolled. One issue here: some of our shapes are grown in not proper direction. We can avoid this by creating the instance from our source plane, and I will move it along z-axis, and drop it here into the rails section. Yeah, that's great. That's probably not the effect you would like to see. We would like to see that our splines grow like along that path what we drawn, and we can go to that section. Let me just color this a bit. Okay, what we need to provide here, for example, it might be MoGraph 8 map, and I will turn on use fields and add a formula field, and here I will draw U character. Now inside of my organic effector, in the fall of tab I will remove solid and drop this weight map here, change mode to index and check this checkbox, and inside of that weight map I will add a curve. Right click, reset, shrink this a bit, and now click Ctrl D, go to project settings, expand timeline a bit, go back to that weight map, and let me animate offset. Initially it has to be 100, and on the last frame it has to be sort of, if this point stands of 0.7, it's like 70%, so we need to move for minus 30%. It's that range from the 100 to that point. At this value our Titus would be fully grown. That's maybe what we like, but let's add some randomness here. Let me create one more weight map, disable organic effector for a while, and go to the tag, put it here, check use fields, go to basic, let me name it as a noise weight map, go back into field section, drop random field, and maybe increase noise for 300. Okay, now I will disable it, so my field will be static and it wouldn't be affected during the animation. Let me disable view, and now inside of that field section, maybe let me name this as a drive weight map, and drop this field here. Change this to index mode, disable this checkbox, and change this to overlay mode. Yeah, let's enable this. I think we have some randomness here. Some curves are bigger than ours, some curves are pretty small. That is good, and one issue here that all my animation is overlaps, so all my characters drawing at the same time instead of that sequence. We can avoid this just by creating as many cloners as many characters we have, or instead we can use some Python scripts. We can apply one script here. You can take this from the attached scene, and I will create the maps here. Yeah, I totally forget. We need to prepare our matrix object before use that script. We need to switch from distribution from step to vertex, and we immediately have our splines only in vertices that are drawn on our paths. And here we have no clones because there are no vertices. We can add this vertex manually, but we can use a different approach. Let me create a mouse spline, put it here, change my mouse spline to spline mode, uncheck these checkboxes. Here I will drop my spline and change generation mode to step. Change step to 1 centimeter, go back here, create a simple spline, and this would be our spline destination. Into more splines we will drop this spline destination into a destination spline. Inside our matrix we will drop our spline destination here. Okay, now let me disable view of all its splines. This would be our green spline. Okay, and now we can use that script. Click generate maps. Now we will have a lot of text. First one, let me go to the front view. First one is almost the same what we have here, but after we switch it to mouse spline direction, this code is not work anymore because mouse spline somehow breaks our splines and there is no U parameter from the UV map. So we can remove that and use that, and this selection will mark our beginning of a path. Let me drop this new selection here in OrganicEffector. Okay, second tag is a more segment ID. You see all our segments marked like from red color to yellow color. Full red means the 0 ID, and full yellow means the ID with number 1. It's like normalized IDs. This is a random ID. Currently it's not needed for us. And we have two similar tags here. And we will use more length tag to drive our animation. It's a noise weight map. Okay. And here, instead of this formula, we will drop more length. Let me remove both these formulas. I think we have some issues with noise weight map. We need to disable OrganicEffector, enable more weight map, and disable it again. Okay, now inside of field section we have no red color. Red color was because we have a different structure when we firstly created this noise map, and now we have a proper structure. Okay, how to offset that animation? We will use our ID tag. We will drop it below the curve and change this to subtract. Let's see how it affects our animation. You might notice like our animation now run in sequence mode, but one issue we have here, our C letters drawn first and all our letters drawn last, and we need inverted effect. We can change this. Actually, you need to change mode to index. It's the best way to use with text. Uncheck this deformed points tag and go to remapping tab. Enable it, and we will invert this minimum and this maximum. Let's see our animation. Now it grows in proper direction. One issue here, like we need to overlap it even smaller. We want to have sequence instead of that overlapping. We can improve this by changing max from 0 to -100. It still overlaps. Let's change this to -150, maybe -200, or maybe to -300. Okay, I need to leave that small overlap. It would be better for our animation. Okay, one issue here. We also need to change that curve. I think we just need to add maybe 200%. Even bigger. 300%. Let me keyframe this. Also we need to start not from 100 but even greater. I think it has to be 200. Yeah. Okay, let's start from the beginning. And let me show the differences between these two tags. One is named MoLength, and second is named MoLength Absolute. You see, currently our I letter has a small curl. It's like our G letter has a bigger curl. So just by changing that MoLength from just MoLength to MoLength Absolute, we would get what all our curls would have the same size. Currently we have only clones. If I disable all my guides, you will see there's clones only, and we need to turn our clones into the spline. For that purpose I will use MoTracer plugin. I will drop my matrix here. I will drop this selection here. Now I can disable that view, and you see we have MoTracer splines. And now this spline might be used as a sweep nerves, for example. Let me drop inside here the radius of 2. Let me create a material. It will be standard material with luminance. I will drop it here. Maybe you might notice that our spline having the same size from the root to the tip, and I would like to change this. Sort of our tip would be has to be how to say it? It has to be smaller than our roots. I will put out that MoTracer. I will create more spline. Again, I will change this mode to spline and check this checkbox. Go to the spline section, drop MoTracer here. and I will put that small spline under sweep NURBS. Okay, that's not all. Let me disable full shape view, and inside of our sweeps I will add rounding and select more spline and create plane effector. Let me name this as a scale grow. Uncheck position, disable field color, and enable scale. Check with uniform scale, and inside of fall off we will drop our driver animation. Okay, select this, change mode to index, uncheck this, and in that field I will put -1. Actually, you might see what enabling and disabling this, our tip is shrinked. I think it is better when without it. Enable again and disable full shape view. Now we might need to fix small issue with O character. Let's enable this. What happens? Okay. Enable our guide. Don't afraid of these spikes, we will fix that. But before do that, we need to fix that overlap. Okay. How to fix that? Just go to the tag, enter user data, just click update maps. Okay, it is fixed. And maybe we need to increase the size. Yeah. We have some issues with that routing. We can fix this again. Just select this. Go to spline, and we will add a chamfer here. And maybe update the positioning here. Let's add chamfer here as well. And here as well. Okay, and go back to this tag, click update map. Maybe I need to increase that caps. Width is 7, and I will. I don't know why it doesn't work. Maybe you will find that issue. Let me disable view. And let me create a camera. Let it be parallel. Reset with coordinates. Okay. Let me select this, click O. Maybe zoom out a bit. Click play. Wow, that's not I'm like. That's because we have the issue here. Disable organic effector. Let me see what the issue. Okay, click update map. Yeah, that's some issues with parallel view. Yeah, maybe we need to change this to -50. And go to camera again. Enable organic effector. Okay, what's the issue now? Let's go to O. What is the issue? Let me disable organic effector. Okay, click update, enable organic effector, disable MoTracer view. And our animation is ready. I just want to make it even thinner. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay guys, that's all from me. Thanks for watching. You can check the scene attached to this Patreon page and write your comments there. Thanks, bye bye.